The war between the Zorathian Empire and the Krillian Dominion had been raging for years, and the battlefield was a chaotic mess of plasma fire, shattered ships, and wounded soldiers. Dr. Marcus Hale, a human medic stationed on the front lines, had seen it all. But nothing could have prepared him for the day he saved the life of the Zorathian king's daughter. It started with a distress signal. A Zorathian shuttle had been shot down, crashing into no man's land between the two armies. Marcus, against orders, grabbed his medkit and raced toward the wreckage. He found the shuttle in pieces, its hull smoldering and its interior filled with smoke. Inside, he discovered a single survivor, a young Zorathian woman with silver hair and glowing violet eyes. She was unconscious, her armor cracked, and her side bleeding profusely. Marcus didn't hesitate. He dragged her from the wreckage, shielding her from the crossfire as he carried her back to the human camp. His fellow medics protested, arguing that helping the enemy was treason, but Marcus ignored them. He was a doctor, sworn to save lives, no matter whose life it was. When the woman finally regained consciousness, she was less than grateful. "Unhand me, human," she snarled, struggling against the restraints Marcus had used to keep her still. "Do you know who I am?" Marcus raised an eyebrow, unimpressed. "No, but I'm guessing you're about to tell me." She glared at him, her violet eyes blazing. "I am Princess Seren, daughter of King Zorath. And when my father hears of this, you will regret ever laying hands on me." Marcus sighed, pinching the bridge of his nose. "Look, Your Highness, I don't care who you are. You were dying, and I saved your life. You're welcome." Seren's glare softened, though only slightly. "You expect me to thank you? A human. I expect you to stop yelling so I can finish treating your injuries," Marcus said, his tone firm. "Now hold still." To his surprise, Seren complied. She watched him with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion as he cleaned her wounds and applied a regenerative gel. "You're different from the others," she said finally. "Most humans would have left me to die." Marcus shrugged. "I'm a medic. It's my job to save lives, not take them." Seren was silent for a long moment, her expression unreadable. Then, to Marcus's astonishment, she smiled. A small, tentative smile that made her seem almost human. "Perhaps you are not as barbaric as I was led to believe." Over the next few days, Seren's attitude toward Marcus began to change. She was still stubborn and proud, but she no longer treated him with disdain. Instead, she asked him questions about his life, his work, and why he had chosen to become a medic. Marcus, in turn, learned more about her. She was fiercely loyal to her people, but she also carried the weight of her father's expectations. She had been sent to the front lines to prove herself, but the mission had nearly cost her life. When Seren was well enough to leave, Marcus escorted her to the edge of the human camp. "Your people should be here soon," he said, glancing at the horizon. "Try not to get shot down again, okay?" Seren smirked. "I'll make no promises, human, but thank you for saving my life." Marcus nodded. "Anytime, Princess." As Seren turned to leave, she hesitated, then reached into a pouch on her belt. She pulled out a small, glowing crystal and handed it to Marcus. "Take this. It is a token of my gratitude." Marcus frowned, examining the crystal. It pulsed with a soft, golden light, warm to the touch. "What is it?" "A piece of the Luminaris core," Seren said, her voice solemn. "It is one of the most powerful artifacts in the Zorathian Empire. With it, you can command the respect of my people. Use it wisely." Marcus's eyes widened. "Seren, I can't accept this. It's too much." Seren shook her head. "You saved my life, Marcus. This is the least I can do." Besides, she smiled, a mischievous glint in her eyes. "I have a feeling you will need it." Before Marcus could respond, Seren turned and walked away, her silver hair shimmering in the sunlight. He watched her go, the crystal clutched tightly in his hand, and wondered what she had meant. Ending. Weeks later, Marcus found himself standing before King Zorath himself. The king's throne room was a grand, imposing space, filled with Zorathian nobles and warriors. Marcus had been summoned under mysterious circumstances, and he had no idea what to expect. When the king entered, Marcus bowed deeply, holding out the crystal Seren had given him. "Your Majesty, I—" "Rise, human," King Zorath said, his voice booming. "You have no need to bow. Not to me." Marcus straightened, confused. "I don't understand." King Zorath smiled, a rare and genuine smile. "You saved my daughter's life, and in doing so, you have proven yourself to be a friend of the Zorathian Empire. The Luminaris core you hold is a symbol of our trust and gratitude. From this day forward, you are under our protection." Marcus's mind reeled. I don't know what to say." "Say nothing," King Zorath said. "Your actions have spoken for you. But know this, Marcus Hale, you are welcome among us, always." As Marcus left the throne room, he felt a sense of awe and disbelief. He had started the day as a simple medic, and now he was an honored guest of the Zorathian Empire. But the real surprise came when he saw Seren waiting for him outside. "Well," she said, her violet eyes sparkling with amusement, "it seems my father has taken a liking to you." Marcus grinned. "I guess so, but I have a feeling I have you to thank for that." Seren shrugged, though her smile betrayed her pride. "Perhaps, but do not let it go to your head, human. You still have much to prove." Marcus laughed, the sound echoing through the grand hall. "I'll keep that in mind, princess." As they walked together, Marcus realized that his life had changed in ways he could never have imagined. He had saved a princess, earned the respect of an empire, and found an unlikely friend in the process. And though the future was uncertain, he knew one thing for certain. He was ready for whatever came next.